discharge of ions. Of course, I've just told you what discharge of ions is all about. That no electrolysis can be an electrolysis without corresponding ions getting discharged. Alright? Now, if these ions will get discharged, of course, you should know before you that we've said that electrolysis can only take place either in molten states or in solution, aqueous solution. Oh, and we also brought out water. We said sodium chloride, the common salt, is an electrolyte. However, it has to be in solution, dissolved in water. So if salt, your common salt, is in an electrolytic cell with water, and there is a connection of source of electric current to that particular water electrolyte, it is not the sodium chloride alone that will get decomposed. Even the water will also get decomposed. And that is why when we were giving an example, we talked about weak electrolyte, and I brought an example of water, right? It means that water is also an electrolyte. It's also going to get decomposed. It means if you are performing an electrolysis of sodium chloride, this cannot occur but with water. Alright? The sodium chloride will break down, being a strong electrolyte, into its corresponding ions, Na plus and Cl minus. Water also being an electrolyte, even though it is weak, will also break down into its corresponding ions, alright, H plus and OH minus. In the electrolytic cell, these two guys will migrate to the cathode, being positively charged to the cathode. These two guys will migrate where we have Na plus and H plus. To the anode, these two guys will migrate to the anode where we have Cl minus and OH minus. However, one of these two guys will be preferentially, selectively discharged. One of these two guys will also be what? Preferentially, selectively discharged. And this will lead us to the second objective of this class: factors affecting the preferential discharge or selective discharge. So these are the three factors that affect or that decide which ion will be preferentially discharged. Officially, the three factors that affect the ions that are preferentially discharged: number one is the nature, or should I say the position of the ions in the electrochemical series. Like I said earlier on, that the ions, whether cations or anions, have been arranged, have been rated based on their ability for cations to accept electrons, for anions to donate electrons. So that series, that arrangement, that ratio, or that rating is called the electrochemical series. So the position of the ions in the electrochemical series will determine if it is going to be preferentially discharged or not. Number two is the nature of electrode. Nature of what? Electrode. That is when I talked about the type of food that is being presented to those that are eating it. You always acclimatize, familiarize with the food that you prefer the most. Alright? Your favorite food will make sense to you more than the other person whose favorite food is not what is being presented. So the nature of electrode will affect the ions that will be discharged. Number three, which is the last one, is the concentration of the electrolytes. or the ions that want to discharge itself, the energy, the concentration of a 2-year-old is lesser than the concentration of a 10-year-old boy. So the concentration, the ability to consume that particular food differs. So tonight we are just going to stop on the position of the ions in the electrochemical series.